Hello everyone, welcome to your reading. Let's see what today the message is. Oh my god, this overhead light does nothing for my dark circles, but who cares? Let's see, we're starting off with the tarot deck and then the oracle decks. Oh, okay, we already have one card in reverse. We have the sun in reverse and then the strength card. Okay, so you feel like you're not really not feeling accomplished with what you achieved so far. But we have the strength card, so it's not bugging you. So you just observed. You're like, I could have done a little bit more. I could have put a little bit more energy behind it, a little bit more action, a little bit more drive. So like that's the realization, which is okay and good because we just finished Mercury retrograde, which means it's reflection time anyways. You know, communication or like thinking. Let's see. Where exactly? Why do you feel that way? I need some clarifiers. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles. You have some scarcity mentality that came up that got triggered by other people. So like they kind of like reflected that. Oh, okay, good. So during this retrograde season, one thing you've observed with other people is how they behaved, how they act, how they talked, the actions they took and all that, and you were like, you were side-eyeing it. And by side-eyeing it and you knowing that people reflect back what you feel internally, you realized, oh, okay, I really need to start working on myself. There are certain things that are not okay. So basically it got highlighted to you what needs to be worked on and tweaked a little bit, which is good, you know. Everyone fears the retrograde seasons about like, oh, my life's gonna fall apart, but there are actually moments and seasons to level up because you get highlighted, you see what you need to work on. So actually they're like very good. Okay. We have the Judgment card and then the Chariot in reverse. Okay, so you awakened. You do not want to pretend like going into things blindly anymore. You are deciding right now the timeline that you're in where you're like, okay, you know what, we're going like focused and with a plan. We're not free balling it anymore. We're like literally, I got the image of like the horse where it's just like tunnel vision towards the goals. No distractions, nothing anymore. The Queen of Pentacles, of Swords. Okay, we have confidence and boundaries. So you're really like getting a little bit more strict. Not only are you working on yourself, but you're also not letting people play you anymore, the fool. You know, you might only pretend to be naive to see people's intention is what I'm hearing. Sometimes it's okay to play a little bit dumb just because people actually then reveal their cards because they're like, what's that person gonna do anyways, you know? The thing that this helps you see their intentions and be like, okay, I'm avoiding you from now on. You only have my downfall and interest. So let me just gather away. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. You're less defensive about like feeling like you need to constantly have your guard up. You decided, I think like here, like the Strength card is more hinting at you not feeling worried anymore about like people giving you evil eye or psychic attacks. You're just so done with that fear-mongering like narrative where you're like, I need to protect myself and all that. You know that you're divinely protected. You're like, spirit team, you do that. Meanwhile, I focus on my dreams, you know, where you don't want to worry about like what the opinion of other people are saying. I'm also hearing like you do not want to keep quiet anymore about your dreams, your accomplishments and all that. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna brag about like having achieved that. I'm gonna brag about like having the best grades, getting like raises and promotions at work, or like achieving that dream. You're done being humble anymore. I feel like not villain era, but just like owning up to the work and achievements that I did era. Okay, I love that. Let me switch to the Fairy Oracle deck. I feel like there's some good cards coming out there as well. Okay, be a little bit more loose, a little bit more chill, a little bit more laid back. Like, don't treat this life as this, oh, I just had like 555 on the timer, which means change, huge change coming. Which also means like go with the flow a little bit, you know? Like the dolphins here in this image. Play around, ride the wave. Don't be like too controlling. Okay, maybe changing your nutrition is gonna help you, like your diet, whatever it is. I'm hearing for some of you, you need to go on like a cutting out sugar diet a little bit. For some of you, you have some, I'm hearing a few of you have vitamin deficiency, so you need to accordingly eat to that so you can like build those vitamins naturally. But also, I'm hearing some of you had like stomach issues, so you need to figure out what it is that is upsetting your tummy, because it's keeping your the solar plexus chakra out of balance, where it's like blocked, and that's your identity and life force chakra. So make sure that that one's all good. We'll also have patience here a little bit. You sometimes get a little bit impatient. Could be with yourself, with life in general, with other people, or with your manifestations. It's just, you need to be more in like a trusting energy where everything always works out. So that's your affirmation that you need to start implementing. Okay, let's do the Destiny and High Priestess Oracle deck. I feel like they have some opinions. Yeah. We have on one hand, connect with the element of earth. Yeah, grounding energy. Also, so many sunflowers here, so keep a look for sunflowers. So whenever you see sunflowers, that means you need to center yourself, you need to be more present. Also can show you that you're on the right path. If you want a sign where you're like, Spirit, am I doing right? Am I making the right choices and all that? Then we have the dark side of the priester in you, or priestess in you, is waking up. So try to embrace your shadow self. Do not try to push it. Heal it. You know, the shadow self is not something bad. A lot of people misinterpret, especially in the spiritual community, where some people just want to be light and peace and all that, rainbows and sunshines, and it doesn't work like that. The law of polarity exists. You can't have light without dark, so you might as well just balance them out. Your shadow self is the defense mechanism that you developed to keep you safe, to keep you from disappointment, rejection, and all that. That's where the self-sabotage kicks in. Instead of suppressing it, you need to work through it, heal through those triggers and those wounds, which are not really healed, and you're less and less going to self-sabotage. So I'm gonna link down below my shadow work ebook, because everything's currently still 50% off until Wednesday. So if you need that. Also, the coaching on like the inner circle, for those that are interested in one-on-one coaching, the inner circle is also 50% off. You're the priestess of Avalon, and the magic of water flows within you. So interesting, we have two. So you might have very heavy earth and water sign placement. I am hearing you should look into your birth chart and use it to your advantage. Okay, we're currently in Sagittarius season. Okay, So figure out a little bit, which I mean Sagittarius is like an fire sign, it doesn't help there, but birth charts are blueprints and helping us figure out a little bit on what we should focus on in our life. So depending on what is going on in your birth chart, it can literally show you a little bit how you need to regulate, how you need to work through stuff. Mercury is water element, if I remember correctly, at least according to Sailor Moon. But I think like it is actually. So look at your Mercury placements. What house is your Mercury sign in, as well as which zodiac sign it rules. Look into that, especially now that we passed like Mercury season, Mercury retrograde, and it's still 2 weeks from now on where we're gonna feel like the effects of it. It's kind of like a retrograde aftershadow or something like that it's called. So you're gonna feel it. So you might as well just help yourself out and prevent a little bit here. But yeah, very short reading. Actually, you know what? Let me get one more card here. You're a priestess in the Kingdom of Elven, or Elven in this case probably. So this is for everyone that's really, you've been feeling like very pulled to like Elven stories. So it could be a huge fan of The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, which I don't know, is it the same franchise? I have no idea. Fairy books, ACOTAR obviously came to me first because that's what I read, or like The Cruel Prince. There's also elves in like The Witcher, so that's like literally your realm. I'm hearing like channel that a little bit, you know, that mystical energy. You need to embrace it. I feel like in general what I'm hearing is I feel very drawn to make my life a little bit more whimsical until like the rest of the year, and for like next year in general I feel like 2026 is like very like whimsical energy, and I want to start like bringing that in. And I think like that's something that you need to do too, you know, to keep things like a little bit fresh and exciting. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.